everybody, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be discussing the history of Packard. Now, Packard's history is a story of luxury and innovation along with resilience. Beginning in 1899 in Warren, Ohio, founded by James Ward Packard and his brother William, the company was born from James's dissatisfaction with his Winton automobile. Determined to create something better, the brothers developed their first car, a single-cylinder model powered by a 12-horsepower engine. This modest beginning set the foundation for one of America's most prestigious luxury car manufacturers and a brand that would become synonymous with engineering, excellence, timeless design, and forward-thinking innovation alike. Early on, Packard established itself as a leader in the automotive industry. Models like the Model F and the Model K showcased superior engineering and attention to detail. Packard's reputation for quality was so strong that its slogan was, "Ask the man who owns one," which became a household phrase. The 1903 Packard Grey Wolf, a lightweight racing car with a single-cylinder engine, future solidified the company's position as an industry innovator. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement, proving that Packard was serious about performance and reliability. In the 1920s, Packard entered what many consider its golden age. The introduction of the Twin Six in 1915, powered by a groundbreaking 424 cubic inch V12 engine, producing a buttery-smooth 88 horsepower, showed Packard's commitment to power. The smooth, powerful engine redefined luxury and influenced competitors to adopt multi-cylinder engines. Packard's lineup during the Roaring '20s included models like the Packard 6 and Packard 8, which embodied elegance with their long hoods, flowing fenders, and intricate detailing. These cars were more than just transportation, they were works of art designed for the elite. The 1930s brought triumph and adversity. Packard introduced some of its most iconic engines, like the 12, featuring a 473 cubic inch V12 with 175 horsepower. The 12 was the pinnacle of luxury, offering unparalleled refinement and performance, yet the Great Depression cast a shadow over the industry, and even Packard wasn't immune. As demand for high-end luxury cars declined, the company adapted by introducing more affordable models like the Packard 120 in 1935. The 120, with its 282 cubic inch straight-eight engine producing 120 horsepower, was a success and helped Packard survive the economic downturn. During this era, Packard also introduced the Packard 6, a smaller and more affordable engine powered by a 245 cubic inch inline-six engine producing 105 horsepower. This model was a strategic move to appeal to a broader audience without sacrificing Packard's reputation for quality. The Clipper series, introduced in 1941, was another landmark. Designed by Howard, "Dutch Darren," the Clipper featured a sleek, streamlined body that was ahead of its time. With pontoon-style fenders and an unmistakable silhouette, the Clipper's advanced engineering and styling set the tone for post-war American automobiles. World War II marked a turning point for Packard as it shifted its production to support for the war effort. The company built engines for military vehicles and the famous Rolls-Royce Merlin V12 engine, which powered the P-51 Mustang fighter planes. This contribution not only showcased Packard's engineering expertise, but also cemented its reputation as a company that could deliver under pressure. After the war, Packard resumed car production with models like the 1946 Clipper. These cars retained their streamlined design while incorporating post-war updates. The 1948 models introduced the bathtub design, a polarizing but futuristic design aesthetic. Packard also continued to innovate with features like the Ultramatic transmission in 1949, the first fully automatic transmission developed by an independent automaker, as Cadillac had been making the Hydra-Matic for some years now, before the war. But that wasn't a fully automatic transmission, it was a semi-automatic transmission with a torque converter, whereas Packard made a fully automatic transmission. Now, the 1950s were a time of both innovation and struggle for Packard. The introduction of the Caribbean in 1953 brought luxury and performance to the forefront. The Caribbean convertible featured a 352 V8 producing 275 horsepower and push-button controls and a torsion-level suspension for a smooth ride.
Yes, look to Packard for the easiest handling car ever built. This brilliant new 53 Packard all but drives itself, thanks to 3 Packard advancements for easier car control. 1. Packard Power Steering. Packard has the only power steering that acts directly on the front wheels, and it supplies 80% of the force needed to turn them. 2. Packard Ultramatic Drive. Another Packard first in super smooth performance, complete dependability and control. 3. Packard Power Brakes. Proved in thousands of motoring miles to give you faster, easier stops. Remember, your Packard dealer features 2 great lines. 5 Packard clippers for big car value at medium car cost, plus 7 luxurious Packards for 1953. America's new choice in the fine car field.
However, competition from the big 3 automakers and the challenges of the Studebaker merger, Packard's resources were strained, as by 1956 the Clipper name had been reintegrated into the main lineup and the company was fighting to maintain its identity. Packard's decline became apparent in its final years. The cars produced after the Studebaker merger were often rebadged Studebaker models, far removed from the elegance and innovation of earlier decades, as the 1958 Packard lineup was a shadow of its former self, and the company ceased production that year. Yet, Packard's legacy lives on. The company was one of the first companies to offer standard disc brakes in the 1950s, along with the modern steering wheel and air conditioning in a passenger car. The Studebaker-Packard era wasn't without its highlights though, as the 1956 Packard executive aimed to bridge the gap between the Clipper and the senior Packards, featuring a 352 cubic inch V8 with 275 horsepower. It showed the company could still make quality cars. Another notable model is the Packard Hawk, which offered distinctive styling and a supercharged V8 engine. These cars, while not as iconic as earlier models, still carried the spirit of innovation. And looking back, Packard was more than a car company. It was a symbol of American ingenuity, from the powerful V12 engines of the 1920s to the streamlined design of the 40s and the technological advancements of the 50s. Packard's pushed boundaries. Its story is one of resilience, creativity, and unwavering commitment to excellence, a legacy that continues to inspire admiration and respect. Although Packard is no longer a car company, it has left a Packard-sized dent in the automotive landscape. From its rise during the turn of the century to its fall towards the end of the mid-century, Packard remains a symbol of luxury and innovation, setting the standard for American automobiles for decades. As even in the face of adversity, Packard found ways to adapt, creating vehicles that combine cutting-edge technology with timeless design. Though the company ceases to exist, its influence remains etched in the history of the automotive industry, a reminder of what can be achieved when a company dares to lead instead of follow. Sounds a lot like a automotive company that we know, Stellantis. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you really like this video, maybe consider subscribing. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.